well, let's move towards taking a few questions. It is almost 1 hour 15 minutes now, so we'll try and see maximum, how much we can cover. I think some of the answer has already been done during this presentation. So I will just pick up Narsingarao Pujari is asking, how can we protect the LV installation in a hospital or a building against temporary overvoltage?
Yeah, this is actually temporary overvoltage is mostly the reason because of the problem in the transformer. Especially, you can get temporary overvoltage due to various reasons. One of the reason is a neutral loss, a single phase circuit, and in case of a neutral disconnection, of course, you will have a temporary overvoltage. You have to handle it in one way. The next way is in case of any fault on the high voltage side of a transformer, of course, you will have a temporary overvoltage. And here, you must make your system earthing in such a way that you should actually follow the TNS system properly. If you compromise the TNS system and if you go for a TT system, of course, you will have this kind of a problem. If your system is TNS, the temporary overvoltage at your premise is solved. That is why the hospital standards IS 17512 is strictly recommending to go for a TNS system for a hospital. So this is the answer.
Again, as demand always there for your missing link and guide to electrical safety in LV electric installation. So I think you must find a way to get this publications, the book to the participants. There's a lot of demand for this. So I think next webinar, I'm sure we may give you the link to buy this information.
No, so. Actually, Mr. Dominic, what has happened is, the book, when how it started is once when the COVID started, I started doing some activities for the electrical inspectorate engineers. Then the demand came in such a way that almost every day it was happening. And during the full lockdown time, about 120 days continuously it happened. And then the chief engineers of some of the electrical inspectorate, they told me to make it as a book, and then I made it, and we published about 10,000 copies free of charge. I have some more copies, and after our last program, I have got at least 25 emails requesting for the book, and I sent it by courier to all of them.
I think Narsingarao will get it soon. I think is quite keen to know. I think we'll try and see how best, whether it is in a soft copy format or a print format, we'll try to reach it. So let's move into Raibhan Gaikwad is asking, so regulation says 5 years, but EI visiting annually. So which to follow?
Regulation says 5 years for testing. EI's visit is not the requirement of regulation. EI can visit weekly or monthly or annually. That is a different thing. The question is, in a low voltage consumer premise, are you testing every 5 years, especially the insulation resistance? If you are testing and ensuring it's well and good, we should push all the utilities to do that. It can be done by the electrical inspector, need not be done by the electrical inspector, because most of the state government electrical inspectors, the engineers are limited. They cannot do this. Probably, now the chartered electrical safety engineer should do it. So that is the easy way.
Sir, Masum Raza is asking, how about DG license when applicable in factory or warehouse? I don't know whether you can answer that.
No, about DG license when applicable in factory or actually this is a subject of the electrical inspectorate. So now if you look at the regulation, mostly the regulation is talking about the subjects up to the point of commencement of supply. One of the exemption is DG, because imagine the incoming supply is off due to probably the utility company the energy supplier had disconnected the supply from the transformer for some maintenance, and sometime a consumer premise, a DG working in the consumer premise, can backfeed the supply which will kill people of the distribution company, those who are working on the line, overhead line. So in order to avoid such accidents, a DG has to be certified by the electrical inspector. Mostly the purpose is this backfeeding must be stopped. You should actually get in touch with the electrical inspectorate.
The chat saying electrical inspectorate, hardly there is a support from them. It's not worth to try and effort to get those details. So that's how the chat, somebody frustrated, response to that. Anyway, let's move on. Tanmay is asking, sir, do you provide design support for industrial or industrial project design? Will you take it up?
What was the question?
Do you provide design support for industrial projects?
Oh, no, not the electrical system complete. We support only for the safety part. That means somebody is designing it and that particular drawings are given to us. We will check only whether the compliance to the standards regulation with respect to safety is met or not. Sometime or most of the time, some improvements are necessary. That advice we give.
Okay. How to avoid backfeeding from our side or DG vendor side?
You are supposed to make actually a 4-pole isolator. For example, in IS 732, there is a picture. I think the class number is 4.45, 4.44. You can find out that particular class and you can find out from that. The explanations are given there.
Okay, not much question this time, Gopakumar. Maybe because evening people want to rush back home, and I think it's almost 6:20, so we have done with the questions. So anyway, those who wish to put more questions, you are always welcome. You can send the mail either to Mr. Gopakumar or my mail ID, which is given there. And very soon, maybe end of this month, we will come with part 4 webinar on electrical safety, and we look forward to see you. So please feel free to keep sending your queries to us, and the recording of this whole presentation will be shared to all the participants and the people who registered, but unfortunately they couldn't attend. So we will share the YouTube link to all of you, which you can again, at your convenience, you can go through that. Again, you can send your queries. So it's wonderful to have you all in this webinar, the part 3, and we enjoyed having your presence here. We look forward to see you again, and we'll be announcing the next webinar shortly, and we'll be communicate to you on email. So have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe and practice good safety system in your building and your home. Thank you very much. Gopakumar, you want to say a few words?
Yes, I would like to add one point. Somebody asked about the electrical inspectorate, testing by electrical inspector. Don't expect the electrical inspector to come and test each and every installation, because the inspectorate, the number of people are quite less. And the number of, in comparison, the number of installations where you have DGs are in thousands. So you cannot expect them to come and inspect, especially the regulation 30 insulation resistance test. Probably they may not be able to do it. But there is a solution already. The regulation 5A, which is talking about the chartered electrical safety engineer, probably chartered electrical safety engineer may be able to do it. Now, the second point which I wanted to tell is, if you wanted to have this particular, the last week, our program, we have made as a report with the presentation and other things, and actually included in the social media. You can actually download all the information, including videos you can see in the social media. And if you want the book, please send a mail with your address to my mail ID or by a WhatsApp. So by this, thank you very much. Thanks for all of you.
Thank you very much. We're always there to help you, support you with whatever information. And as you said, if somebody wants some missing link book, please send him a mail directly. or send a chat in his WhatsApp. So we will get back to you. And those who missed the part 1, part 2, 3, we will definitely share you those link, and it's there available in the YouTube. I think we have more than 1,500 views on that. Very interesting and well appreciated by most of us who's attending. And this is a basic fundamental that we are covering. So we look forward to see you again. Have a wonderful day and good weekend. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Dominic. Thank you. See you.
All right.
See you.